I'm on the spot. What a relief. How about you? When was the last time when you felt your relief? It is most likely that it happened in one of those 3 cases. When something tough has finished, when something you wanted has happened, or you avoided unwanted outcome. And it's rather obvious for you, isn't it? Yeah. So, I came today here to tell you the second part of that story. Because the first one you already know. There's a power of relief that you may not be aware of. I wasn't until I started digging deeply into the matter of relief. I have 2 news for you. One of them is bad and the other is good. Which one would you like to choose as first to hear? Bad. Yes, exactly. As most people would choose. Because 75% of receivers prefers so. Why is it? Because they want to feel relief. Yeah, that news didn't kill me. So now you are able to absorb the good one, aren't you? But now, let's assume that you would be the deliverer of the message, of the news. Again, bad, good one. Which one would you choose to pass as the first? Good one, yes. As 60 to 70% of people. Because it's easier. And you want to feel what? Relief, yes. There's a mismatch between how we want to receive news and how we are passing them. So I learned the lesson, and now I have 2 news for you. The bad one is that there is relief that is so little, small, tiny, that you may not even notice. But it's running our lives. In some cases, it may even ruin them, because it's so little tiny. There's a good news here as well. We can do something about it. But let's start with the feeling of relief. It's a flip side of regret. It's a feeling nice and pleasant, kind of surprise. And it releases anxiety and tension. And tension is the key here. Because we humans, we do not like tension. It's not okay for us. And we can do almost anything to get rid of that tension. Sometimes great things, and sometimes not so great. But that dependence is quite strong, maybe vicious. Why? Because that feeling of that small relief that I called instant one seems for our brains like quick wins or quick win. And we love quick wins, don't we? And nowadays, especially in those uncertain times, full of surprises, we may lean on those instant reliefs. Because it feels like it's a quick win or a bit of certainty that we desperately need. But it's elusive. At the beginning, it seems at no cost. Doesn't require any energy from us. But, there's a but. We pay the bill later. I want to tell you the story of Joanna. She came to me several years ago, and she said that she has a problem with saying yes. Of course, she could say yes, but her problem was she was saying it too often. And especially at times, she didn't want it to. As you may assume, those yeses were her instant relievers. And her dream was to learn how to say what? No. Yes. But we stopped here. And I asked Joanna a crucial question. Joanna, when you say yes instead of saying no, what do you need there? What's your need? And she made a discovery here. It took her some time. Are you curious? What was the discovery? The discovery was that she was seeking connection and harmony with other people. So that was her reason for saying yes. She fulfilled a need and the picture. But there was something missing in that picture. In the big picture. There was no Joanna. She didn't feel connection and harmony. Because usually, after 5 minutes or 5 hours, she was like, oh no, not again. I didn't want to say yes, but I said so. We did something about it, but before I will tell you what we did to cope with those instant reliefs, I need to tell you 2 more stories. One of them, 20-something years ago, I've been working for Porsche. I know, nice brand. You know, the cars, fast cars, nice cars. And everyone is usually excited about how fast those cars accelerate. I was too, but I was young. 2.9 to reach 100 kilometers per hour, which is about 60 miles per hour. But rally drivers, they taught me something different. Surprising for me. It's important how fast those cars brake. It's half of that time. This is crucial because how fast they brake, it's how fast or how long is braking distance. And it gives plenty of space in front of the car. So it means safety. Please keep that in mind. Second story. Meet James Harden, NBA player, one of the best. He is one of the fastest in something like step back. Just have a look. He does it within a second. Once again. Yeah. Within that second, he creates the space of 2 meters, which is around 6 feet. Within that second, he is able to destroy the balance of the defender. Releases the ball straightly to the basket. And that second seems to be, as they call, the deadliest second in NBA. And everyone knows about that second, but they never know when. And those 2 strategies made me think. Braking, stopping, and step backing. That creates a space. So maybe to cope with instant reliefs, I may use that. 3 seconds. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. This is the time within which, if we step back, we can think about our wants and our needs. And now we are going back to Joanna. So instead of taking her from yeses to nos, we checked what she needed when she was using instant relief strategies. And this is the step back we all can use. Instead of focusing on our wants, we may focus on what do we need, or what is your need. Why is it so? Because when you want another cookie, you may ask yourself, do I really need that cookie? Or, deeper, what is my need here? And it may not be about the cookie. Sometimes it's about the energy we lack. Sometimes it's about connection or time to relax. When we are complaining, quite often it's about connection with other people. So instead of what do I want, we may ask, what do I need? And even I ask myself those questions. That was with my high heels. Do I really wanted them? Or do I really needed them? You know, it's a TED Talk. So when we take ourselves from Joanna's yeses to discovering needs, it can be our step back. Other step back for Joanna was also like this. When someone approached her and asking for favor, she started asking, how much time do I have to make the decision? If it was 2 hours, great! Use 2 hours to find out whether you want to do it or no. 5 minutes, great, take it, because it can be your step back. And step back is a skill that we can train. My dream would be that people everywhere start training step backs. Because it literally can save us. Instead of focusing on changing something from one to another, just take the step back and think. What do I need here? What's my need? And nowadays, Joanna, she's the one who's in charge. She gained the power over her relief. She decides. And what more, she gained all the selves she ever dreamed of. Self-confidence, self-reliance, self-awareness. You can name any of them. That stage is something that I called smart relief. It's a long-term relief. It seems like freedom of deciding. And I really wish so we could learn and teach that, stepping back. Because we could literally heal the world, our relationships, professional and personal ones. And one more thing. When you offer someone a cake or a glass of wine, and they say, no, thank you, I ask you to step back and accept no. No is a full sentence. Because there's a chance that maybe, just maybe, that person is on her journey to smart relief, as we all do, and as all we dream. So, since you know now that relief, the true one or the smart one, is based on needs, I encourage you to start discovering them. But even if you are not able to do so instantly, talk to other people. Maybe you will discover something. And step back. Step back you can do anytime, everywhere. And since you know that instant relief is literally everywhere, now you may make it smart, can't you? You may do it and spread it everywhere so everyone could try. Thank you.